So I'm here in Astana right now, about to go do my first touristy thing. That pyramid thing over there is I think it's like the religious hall or something. There's a conference every year that the president here organizes. I'm gonna go to that later. Right now I'm going to the museum. Finally found the road. And if you look back here, this is actually the apartment building that I'm staying in right now. So I'm in the middle of the street now, about to go to this museum over here. If you look really closely by the mosque, do you see that big stream of smoke right there? All ice. All the sidewalks here are complete ice. So that right over there is the American Embassy. This is where I'm currently staying. That's the complex. That's the religious center, and this is the mosque. So I just arrived to the museum, just taking a look at the mural over here. Everything is military themed for some reason. And that girl in the middle is actually Aliyah. She's a sniper famous from Aktobe. I feel like I just arrived in the war museum. Everything here is war themed. What's actually interesting about a lot of these museums in Kazakhstan is that a lot of this stuff is from Europe or Asia, or just not from Kazakhstan.
В 1870 году российский летописец историк Середа писал: Назарат мог быть достойным правителем своего же, духу, которым были одушевлены его войска, позавидовал бы любой полководец европейских стран. Такой был Кенесара. Боевые традиции в казахском ханстве, боевым ураном войск казахских.
This whole floor is all guns. Guns, guns, guns. And missiles. I'm supposed to be at the Presidential Cultural Center, but went through the whole thing. All they have is military stuff. Finally realized it's the Military Museum of Astana. So now I have to actually go find the actual Presidential Cultural Museum. So good luck to me finding it, because Google Maps told me I was already here. Well, when you Google Presidential Cultural Center, this is what you get. And I even asked the guy at the front counter, and he was like, yeah, you're already in the building. So either they need to rename it, maybe Google Maps is wrong, and Lonely Planet. Really confused right now, because why would their cultural center just be military? Doesn't make any sense. I just did a big circle around this little plot of land, which is bookmarked as the Nazarbayev Cultural Center. Went on all sides of the building. Turns out it's only the military museum. So when I asked the counter guy, he said I should also go to the museum by the pyramid, which is where I went to yesterday. So I'm wondering if they just mislabeled it or something. Supposedly this over here is some sort of memorial, so I'm gonna go check it out. And that in the distance, I don't know if you can see, I don't know what that weird spaceshipy thing looks like. It's not on the map. I'm tempted to go over there, but it looks like there'll be multiple roads to cross. It's kind of dangerous here. Also, knowing Astana, it's probably just a mall that looks cool. Actually, knowing this whole country, it's probably just a mall that looks cool. So we'll see if I'm not frozen enough to wander over there. Alright, so far we have a couple quotes from Nazarbayev, the president. I think there's supposed to be a flag there. I'm up here at the top. Once again, nothing is here. I don't know what the purpose of this monument is. I have to go home and look it up again. I don't really know. There's nothing here. Only those two quotes by Nazarbayev. There's nothing written anywhere. I have no idea. If you see in the distance over there, there's that building with the blue top. That's the museum that I came from. It's actually not that far. It's probably like half an hour walk. 40 minutes for me, but it's so cold outside and really, really icy, so I just took the bus. It was like a 2-minute bus ride. But yeah, I'm gonna try and check out that other museum that hopefully exists. We'll see. Found this little map of Kazakhstan. See over here that mosque, Aktobe, I guess you can read it, and then all the way over here. That right there is Astana, where I am. Also been down here in Almaty, so. Oh yeah, and this also Shimkin. Okay. So I just went to a building, which is like a cultural center, I guess, which apparently has a big, cool 3D map of Astana that I read online. So I was like, okay, I'll go. I went, walked in, asked for the map, and they said that it's closed, and it's actually not open until May. So the people were really nice though, which is kind of rare for people to be nice about stuff like this. So instead of just rejecting me and just saying go away, they tried to open the map for me. It didn't work, but it was really nice that they tried. And then they actually explained to me what's up with this monument and also what's up with the actual museum that I went to. So they said that this right here is actually supposed to have like a big flag and have more stuff, but because it's winter, they just decided to shut it down. And the museum, the military museum I went to, I asked them about it, and they said it used to be like the cultural center or whatever, and they just shut it down, brought all the stuff to the museum I went to yesterday, and have now made it into a military museum. So that's why Google and Lonely Planet and everything has not updated it, because it's only been a month. So anyway, I also asked them where I can eat, and they said that I can just go to Mega, which is a giant mall that it's like a chain mall that we also have in Aktobe. I've been to it in Almaty, but I asked them if they had better stuff around here, and they said no, not really. Which seems to be a theme here. So I'm gonna wander over there. Hopefully I'll find some sort of small family restaurant on the way there, but I'm not gonna hold out hopes for that. So I'm gonna go over, I'm gonna check out that weird Star Trek alien looking building. Wow. If you look carefully, you can see the snow gently falling down. It's really beautiful. Got the camels over here too. Alright, so that right there is apparently the biggest and possibly, I think it's actually the only aquarium in all of Central Asia. The girl actually recommended it to me, the one who I was asking about everything. But I figure I can go to any aquarium anywhere. But I guess it's cool to see it. And then this is Mega, the mall that I'm going to now. I feel kind of shameful going to the mall, but I mean, there isn't so much in this city, so that's my excuse.
Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing.
That right there is the American Embassy. And then, ooh, if you swoop around, right there is the mosque. I just came from the American Embassy actually. I spent about 2 hours there, so I went there first thing in the morning, just had lunch there. I just had a chance to talk to one of the embassy people, the RELO, so the English language officer of the region of Central Asia. Talked to him a bit, talked to some of my problems, talked about solutions and stuff like that, so I feel pretty good about that. And now I'm gonna go to Bayterek. So I arrived to Bayterek, which is basically the symbol of Astana. It's a tower to celebrate the move from Kazakhstan's capital from Almaty to Astana. So this is supposed to represent a mythical Kazakh legend about a bird who lays a golden egg in the tree outside of human reach. Also 97 meters high, which is to symbolize the year that the capital was moved to here. So that was in 1997. The pyramid that I was at before, so that's right about where I'm staying right now. Compared to the one I just saw, looks like it's different religions around here, like you can sort of see. What this place is most famous for is Nazarbayev, the president's handprint. So everyone sort of comes here and puts their hand here. You can see the view right here. It's actually really cool. Here are not super Muslim. Like I would say a lot of them are Muslim the way Christians are Christian in the US, in terms of many of them will not go to the mosque very often. They'll still drink, that sort of thing. Shatyr, which is a giant mall in Astana. Apparently it was designed by the same person who made the pyramid that I've been showing. It's supposed to be very fancy and cool. I mean, it doesn't look like a yurt, like the traditional Kazakh nomadic home, but I always thought it was supposed to look like one, because people kept telling me it's supposed to look like a Kazakh home, I guess. I never really thought it looked like one, but I was like, okay, I guess it's a yurt, but like a modern version of it or something. But I just googled it, and apparently Shatyr means tent in Kazakh, so it's like, it means like the tent of the Han. So it's actually supposed to be a tent, which is more what it looks like. I'm actually going there tomorrow to see the Nutcracker ballet with some of the people who work at the American Embassy. So that should be really cool. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It's actually not that remarkable from the inside as you would expect, to be honest. So I'm about to head to the pyramid right here. I thought I would just take an opportunity to explain a little bit about Astana and why exactly it's the capital of Kazakhstan. So first of all, the interesting thing about Astana is that it was built in 1997, and that sort of contributes to the atmosphere of the city, I would say. So far, my time here, I would say that Astana doesn't really have a soul, if that makes sense. Like, Almaty, which was the old capital in southern Kazakhstan, has a more like lived-in look. People there have known each other for generations, versus Astana is new. It's mostly people who work for the government and their families, and diplomats from other countries. So it's still sort of developing a culture right now, which is really interesting. So if I could describe Astana, I would say it's really beautiful, has a lot of interesting futuristic buildings, but it hasn't developed yet as a country. It's like in its toddler years. I think it's the first time I've been to such a new city that is the capital city of a country. There's been a lot of smog recently. Yesterday, from our window, you couldn't see anything. It was just, you couldn't see the river, you couldn't even see the palace, which is right there. It's very smoggy because they burn their trash, so the pollution is really bad. When the wind dies down, it just doesn't pick up anything, and it just settles here. You can just smell it in your lungs. There to the left is the mosque, which you can maybe hear slightly. The thing that they call Dog Bowl, the nickname right in front of us, it's the Art University. I think I may have found the entrance. This is the entrance. I think I found it. The final side I try is the actual entrance. Kyrgyz from Kyrgyzstan. And over here we have Kazakh national dress. happens is that the connector comes in and he unlocks your bed and then it comes down. So for some reason someone's not in my compartment with me as of now, so this is my bed. And yeah, you can see how small it is. You can see the proportion of my backpack. So my backpack is about half the size of the width of this. So you can see how small it is. And to the left is the closet, which I've never seen before. This is a new version of the train, so it's definitely new and has a weird design. I actually prefer the old trains because this one is really uncomfortable because you sit and then this bed comes down and then the space is so small that you can't sit up properly. Like your head hits this part, so you end up like scrunched